Some of the biggest news from here today has been a passionate dissent of Ron Paul supporters. Video journalist Craig Duff spent some time on the convention floor talking with Paulistas. Let's listen to what some of them had to say.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
Typically, a national convention like this is a very controlled and scripted environment. But some of the things that are being put forward, people are understandably very upset about.
Yes, sir. Point of order!
It's the rules. It's also delegates being kicked out of their delegations in states like Maine and Louisiana and Oklahoma and Oregon and Massachusetts. People are upset about what's going on.
If we don't get the rules right, there's a whole bunch of people that are leaving the party, not to mention this convention. But I'm saying, you know, if they can make arbitrary decisions like that, nobody can participate.
I object! I object, Mr. Chairman! I object! I object! Point of order! I object! Mr. Chairman, I object! Point of order!
No, I was actually elected as a full delegate, but several days ago, the RNC stripped 10 of the duly elected Maine delegates of their delegate status. The Romney campaign is really overstepping its bounds, and even people who are here to support Mitt Romney are getting very frustrated by this.
This is fraud! Election fraud! It's election fraud!
What's really a transparent power grab to tighten the grip on the party going forward.
Basically, the ruling against us, against our democratically elected delegates went through. So we lost our majority, and it's unfortunate and tragic.
I'm joined again by Jim Rutenberg to talk over this issue. Jim, this is some pretty extraordinary moments on the convention floor today. You were there. Tell me what you saw.
Yeah, well, here firsthand, let's take a look.
Well, we were objecting to the credentials report. They pretended like they didn't hear us. They can hear us. It's not fair because Lee says, "Are there any objections?" There's a lot right here.
What are they trying to accomplish?
The objection is to other states like Maine, Louisiana, a lot of states in the credentials report.
Maine asked us for help.
Is this all about Ron Paul, or is it a bigger issue?
It's not about Ron Paul.
What's the issue?
It's not about Ron Paul.
What's the issue? Tell us what the issue is.
Screwed. That's why the governor's not here.
Why do you think they got screwed? Is this like establishment Republicans trying to?
No, they're sour grapes. Okay, somebody got voted out. There were sour grapes. People were hurt. There was a lot of rudeness that went on both sides, and so people got upset.
Now, Jim, that makes for high drama here on the convention floor. Political reporters may eat this up. But tell us, what does this really mean for the fall campaign for the next 10 weeks between now and 10 weeks from now when the President of the United States will be elected?
Well, I'll tell you, you and I are in this building, and our audience that didn't get to hear this, but this entire auditorium was just chanting USA, USA. It will be chanting Mitt Romney's name soon. So this is not a major issue. But it does represent a continuing sort of bubbling up of frustration in the grassroots. They never quite signed on with Mitt Romney. As we said, Paul Ryan helps, but he's going to have to still contain and this kind of dissatisfaction and bring them onto his side. They think they can do it enough. You know, it's funny because actually a Romney campaign aide said today he'd love to have the Ron Paul people with them to have that kind of energy, but it's a little bit unbridled, and there is some alienation today.